Hello YouTube, this is Jay Coder back with another stream, and today we're going to be going over iframes in HTML. And if you guys like this kind of thing, like this video, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so as you can see here, I have Visual Studio Code open and pretty much a fresh file here. And I have the title HTML iframe website. And so I'm going to go over what an iframe is. So, an iframe is an HTML is used to display a web page within a web page. So I'm going to show you an example of the code for that. But first, I want to show you that inside my project, I also have a file called demo iframe.html. And in this file, I have my sample web page that I'm going to be using to put inside my iframe. And this can be any page you guys want. You should make your own sample page that you want to use for your testing purposes. And you want to put it in the same file structure as your index.html. And so, in order to display that page in an iframe, I'll show you guys the code to do so. So you would use the iframe tag, and then you would do source, and then you would put the name of your actual file inside the source. So my actual name is demo underscore iframe HTML. And then what you can do is you can set the height of the iframe, which can be, we can say 200, and the width of the iframe, which we can say 300. And then we also need to set the title of the iframe, which I will call iframe sample. Okay, so we have that here. And then you need the ending tag of iframe. And so now let's see what that looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up the web page. And so voila. See here, you see this title. It says HTML iframe. And this is where my title is, HTML iframe website. And then inside the iframe, we have my sample web page that says, welcome to my web page. And then I have a sample paragraph here. And this, in this box, is the iframe. And it's simply displaying this page I have pre-prepared here saying, welcome to my webpage. This is a paragraph of text, blah, 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 and my sample web page here. And the text color, black, and background color is this color here. All right. And so that's pretty simple stuff so far. And the next thing I want to show you guys is that you can also set the styling of the iframe. So, like for instance, if you want to set the styling uh, instead of, just deciding the height and width of is of the iframe tag, you can go ahead and put the actual word that says style here, and then you can put such as the height, we can say 300 pixels, and the width will be 400 pixels. And so there you can set the height and width in your style um, in your style attribute there. And then let's see how that works. So, all right, and let's see what that looks like. And so, as you can see, it works very similar. And this is my slightly bigger iframe than the one I had before, but now I'm using the style attribute. All right. And secondly, you can also remove the border of the iframe. So I'm going to go ahead and add something to this called, so I'm going to do a semicolon to put my next style. And this one's going to be called border. And then I'm going to set the border to none. So let's see how that works when I set the border to none. And and so right here, um, you can see that the border is shouldn't be visible. Let me go ahead and change my styling. So I have styling in my sheet to, let me go ahead and temporarily make the background color the default so that you guys can better see what we are working with. So here is my iframe, and this iframe should not have a border. Let's see what it looks like when I change it back to having a border, which I will actually get rid of this one and then hit save, and then you can see that there is kind of a 3D-ish border effect where it looks like there's a little indent in the page. And so that's how you can turn that off and turn that on, and which is the border. Then the next thing I wanted to show you guys is that you can link to another website. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna keep this, and then I'm gonna add something called name, and I'm gonna call this iframe A. All right, and then after this, I'm going to go ahead and put a paragraph linking to a website. And I'm going to say HTTPS www.yahoo.com, and then the target is going to be the iframe page, which is going to be, I'm going to use this name here. See this name from the iframe? I'm going to put that inside the target. And then after that, we're going to close that like so. And then in here, I'm going to put yahoo.com. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and save that. And so I have done that. And see here that I have created this link here called yahoo.com. Then when I click yahoo.com, it actually um, refuses to go to yahoo.com, but it's probably because of browser security reasons. And it says refuse to frame www.yahoo.com because an ancestor violates the following content security policy. So yahoo.com does not allow itself to appear in iframes. Let me try another website to see if it works. And I'm going to try the actual W3 Schools website. And I'm going to see if that actually works when we click on it. And I'm going to change this guy to W3 Schools. Then I'm going to go ahead and open our web page again. And then I'm going to try and see what happens here. So when I hit this, boom, it's refusing to connect. But nowadays it's harder to do this feature of having different websites in your iframe that are not of your own. So the best practices are to have, if you want your own website within a iframe. And so that's what I wanted to show you guys today. I hope you guys learned something new about iframes in HTML, and go ahead and practice and experiment with them for yourself. And if you like this kind of content, please subscribe to the channel, like this video, and as always, stay coding. Peace.